I really don't. Like,
and that's exactly why I gave you the papers, because you don't want to talk. You're immature.
Well, you decided not to talk to me about it, so why should I talk to you about it?
I have nothing to talk to you about. I'm not the one who did anything to you, Danny.
Well, yeah,
you did
don't
it
you
to
want
us.
answers, or like, I don't know, a solution to...
No, I got all the answers through Cheater Busters. I got them, so I don't need more than that.
Everything. Like, what am I supposed to do?
I know, and that's what you should have thought about. More or less, you should have thought about your family and that you love me.
I thought we were on a break. We were fighting.
That isn't... We can't be on a break. We're married.
Here you go. Take the purse I bought you. Okay. Start packing up your things.
Why can't we just talk about it first?
Pack up your things. I don't need to talk. Oh, I've seen what I needed to see.
It was from a long time ago.
I can see you're literally active in July.
Please.
Pay me the card!
Please leave the building. No. Get out of... Man, I do not want to have to call the police on you. We're asking you to leave.
Corporate number!
We're in the middle of a pandemic. Do not go through our stuff. Man.
Corporate number!
Leave. Get out.
Corporate number! How many
Get
cards
out.
do I have? Go ahead! Corporate
Ma'am.
number! Give me the card!
I don't have a card. You are making a
Give
statement.
it to me!
Come here, man.
No, because you can't
Please.
require me to work shit in
We
this
have the right to refuse service. Please leave. Please leave.
Go
You get to
ahead!
the court.
Go ahead!
Please leave.
Go ahead!
Man, other people here are trying to be served. We have a policy to keep the staff here safe. I know that you don't care. But you can leave. It's not about you. It's about all the other people
Thank you
here.
very much.
Have a nice day.
I'm gonna need you to pack your bags and leave before the kids wake up.
Why?
Because I found your Tinder.
My God, how did you even find it?
It doesn't matter how I found it. You literally just have a Tinder by even asking me that question. So just pack your bags and leave.
Alright, I'll leave.
This wife got exposed with an active dating profile. No rumors, no guessing, no. Maybe it's fake. The evidence was right there in plain sight. Clear, direct, and impossible to explain away. And the moment her husband confronted her with it, he made a decision a lot of men struggle to make. He told her to leave. But the most revealing part wasn't the dating profile itself. It was her reaction.
She had to leave for 2-3 weeks. She don't leave, and now she jumped on me. And so I called you guys. God getting tired of her physically hitting me and stuff like that. And then whenever I try to keep her off me, and she makes it more of a problem, you know what I mean? So I want her to go, and I've been asking her to go, and she just won't leave. Okay. She came over to wash clothes, and she never left. She doesn't live here. She wants to get in there here. She's gonna try to make it seem like she got keys to my house. She don't have any keys. She stole my keys. She stole my keys, and because I told her to leave, she went in there, and while I came outside, she went in there and stole my keys, man.
How you doing? What's going on?
I haven't done nothing unlawful. I just been standing out here talking because he's been talking to me. Yes, I have.
Okay.
He asked me to leave, and I told him I am not leaving. I've been staying here for over 6 months. I told him if he want me to leave, he can go to the courthouse and get an eviction for me, and I will leave. My kids, if you want to look, my kids and all of our stuff are up in here. He only want me to leave because he went to my phone and he found out about it. He walk around saying I got a yeast infection. Okay, I do. But he's only, all of this is because he woke up and he found out I was talking to somebody else.
Why are you, is he saying you have a place in Pensacola Village?
You know, I do have one in Pensacola Village, but it got mold all over the place. He know about that situation. I haven't stayed in my apartment in over 6 months. I've been here for over 6 months. I can show you pictures in this house from 6 months ago.
I don't want him to have keys to that house. I'm the landlord.
It's her parents' house.
It's my parents' house. My both parents is dead. And I don't want them to have no key. I let him at the house.
He rents the house. She's not on a lease. She don't belong there.
She's not on the lease. She is not.
A month or two ago, and it's been hell ever since.
I don't know how long you've been here. We didn't even know you were staying here.
I'm gonna call my sister right now.
You finna go to jail is what you finna do.
No. Okay, I get my stuff.
No.
Why do I got to get my stuff when I've been here for 6 months? That's not fair.
Stop talking.
That's not how the law works. I know how the law works.
I'm gonna explain it to you. You have no proof one way or the other. I have the owner.
What kind of proof you need? Tell me what kind of proof.
I have the owner telling me.
What kind of proof do you need? What kind of proof do you need?
Show me what bills you pay.
Okay. What you mean? His name is on everything. That's not fair. That's not fair.
The freaking Netflix, it logged us out and it's telling me that the password's wrong, but I'm putting in the right password. I don't know what is the deal. Can you please come do it for me?
No.
Why?
Because I changed the password so you can't get in it.
Okay, well, can you tell me what the password is?
No.
Why?
Because I don't want you to know so that you don't take it to your Tinder date's house to log it into their TV.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, I know. Okay, I see on here, on my Netflix account, that I know exactly where it's on, whose TV it's on, and where it's at. And I know that you've been on Tinder. I know that you're cheating on me.
Okay, well,
all those times that you say...
stole our password information because I don't know what you're talking about.
All those times that you say that you're going to the gym, and you're going here and going there. I know you're not going to the gym because you look exactly the same that you have been for the last 3 months. Okay, I'm not stupid. So no, I'm not giving you the password. As a matter of fact, if you want to watch it, go to their house and watch it, or make them get an account for you to watch it. I'm not paying for it anymore. If I'm going to pay for it, I'm going to be the one to watch it.
Oh, you're being ridiculous. I don't know why you're acting like this. You're just making shit up, and I really want to watch my show. Can you please just log in?
No, I'm not making anything up, okay? I know. The proof is right here. I'm not stupid, and don't talk to me like I'm stupid. You're the idiot, okay? If you think that you were just going to get away with this, okay? This is the least of what's going to happen. Okay, next I'm going to take you off our phone plan. I'm going to take you off the insurance, and eventually we're just going to get a divorce. So I don't have to deal with you and deal with this kind of crap anymore.
Well, that's really extreme. I feel like
it's not extreme. You cheated on me. We're married, and you cheated on me, and you've been lying about it.
Can you take some time to cool down because this is crazy?
Yeah, talk about cooling down.
Excuse me, what?
I'm gonna keep that down tonight. You're not gonna be.
I'm gonna keep it down. I think I have every right to be upset. You guys had my car towed on Friday.
You don't have a right to be out here disturbing guests and myself.
Sir, am I disturbing? I think I have every right to raise my voice.
I will have you put out.
You will have me put out?
I will.
Okay. Excuse me? If I want to what?
You talk like you got some sense to keep your voice.
If I talk like that, got some sense, you're being disrespectful to me. You guys have aggrieved me and acting like it's my problem. You're over here mad at me. You're over here upset at me. Yes, you're acting.
You because of your behavior.
You're upset at me. My behavior. You guys towed my car on Friday. I haven't heard anything from the management all week.
I did that because he told me to.
Well, he's got to pay for everything.
I don't know. That's between y'all. I just did what I was told to do.
That's cool, but
What's your question? I'm not answering it.
Dude, they towed my car on Friday.
Well, I'm sorry.
You don't care? You're just a jerk too, right?
This situation had already been dragging on for weeks before the police ever showed up. According to him, he'd been asking her to leave for 2 to 3 weeks, over and over again, and every time it turned into the same cycle. Resistance, excuses, more tension, and eventually physical confrontation. By the time the cops were called, this wasn't just about an argument anymore. He was exhausted. He was frustrated. And more importantly, he was saying something a lot of men don't speak up about until things get way too far. She had been putting her hands on him. That part matters. Because when a man says, "I'm tired of her physically hitting me," people often don't take it seriously enough. If the roles were reversed, nobody would hesitate to call it abuse. Nobody would laugh it off. Nobody would tell the woman to just deal with it. But when it's a man trying to explain that a woman keeps hitting him, jumping on him, and escalating things every time he tries to create space, suddenly the conversation gets weird. Suddenly people want to minimize it. Suddenly it becomes a joke or a toxic relationship problem. Instead of what it really is, an unstable living situation mixed with physical aggression and a refusal to leave someone else's home. And that's exactly what made this situation so messy. According to him, she came over under the simple excuse of doing laundry, and then she just never left. What was supposed to be temporary slowly turned into an occupation. One day turns into a week turns into a month, and before you know it, you've got somebody planted in your house acting like they live there full time, even though they were never invited to stay permanently in the first place. That's one of the oldest traps in the book. Start small, settle in quietly, and then once enough time passes, act like leaving is no longer optional. He was already trying to shut down the story before she could build it. He made it clear, she doesn't get mail there, she doesn't have legitimate keys, and if she tries to act like she belongs there, it's because she stole access, not because she actually has rights to the place in the way she wants everybody to believe. He even said she took his keys after he told her to leave, which is another huge red flag. Because once somebody realizes they're losing control of the situation, they often start grabbing whatever leverage they can. Keys. Access. sympathy, confusion. Anything that lets them keep a foot in the door a little longer. Then the officers talk to her, and right away you can hear the strategy change. She doesn't come out sounding apologetic. She doesn't say, "Okay, I understand he wants me gone." She doesn't even really argue that the relationship is worth saving. Instead, she goes straight into legal positioning. "I'm not leaving." Not because the relationship is healthy. Not because there's peace in the home. Not because she wants to fix anything. But because she believes she has enough time in the house to force the situation into a tenant dispute. In other words, if she can't keep the relationship, she'll try to keep the address. That's when the story becomes less about romance and more about possession. She claims she's been there for over 6 months. She says her kids' stuff is there, her things are there, her life is there. She wants the officers to see not a woman refusing to leave a man's house, but a woman being unfairly kicked out of what she wants framed as her residence. And then, in the middle of trying to defend her right to stay, she casually drops the real reason the whole thing exploded. He went through her phone and found out she was talking to somebody else. That's the part that changes everything. Because now the timing makes sense. He's not trying to remove some loyal partner who got blindsided for no reason. He's trying to get distance from someone who, according to the situation, was living in his space while entertaining somebody else behind his back. And once that truth came out, the house instantly became a battleground. Suddenly it's not about love, not about family, not even about fairness. It's about control. It's about not wanting to lose the comfort, the shelter, and the setup she had, even after the trust was broken. Then she tries to complicate the story even more by bringing up another place she has access to, a place in Pensacola Village. But even that comes with an explanation. Mold. Family house issues. Parents gone. A reason why that place supposedly isn't a real option. And whether those problems are true or not, the effect is the same. She's building a narrative where every exit route is blocked, every alternative is unusable, and therefore the only reasonable outcome is that she stays right where she is, in his home, whether he wants her there or not. That's the manipulation hidden inside a lot of these domestic disputes. The conversation stops being about the original issue and becomes a fog of side stories, emotional details, technicalities, and distractions. Instead of focusing on the core question, ***, does she actually have the right to stay in this man's house against his wishes? The scene gets filled with unrelated sympathy points. The goal is to muddy the water. If the facts are weak, create confusion. If the moral high ground is gone, create noise. If you can't win on honesty, win on complication. But then the owner speaks up, and the entire thing gets simpler. She's not on the lease. She doesn't belong on the property in the legal way she's trying to imply. Even the owner is saying they didn't even know she was staying there. And that's important because once the owner and lease details enter the conversation, the fantasy of, "I live here and you can't make me leave," starts falling apart. Yet instead of backing down, she does what a lot of people do when control starts slipping. She reframes the man as the villain and the situation as unfair. This is a classic escalation pattern. The woman is upset because the Netflix account suddenly isn't working. She's confused, annoyed, maybe expecting it to be some technical problem. So she calls him asking for help, asking him to fix it, asking him to log her back in. But what she doesn't realize is that this isn't a random glitch. This is a decision. He changed the password on purpose, and the reason why cuts straight to the heart of the relationship. He tells her flat out that he changed it so she couldn't keep using it at another man's house. And just like that, the real story comes out. This wasn't about a TV login. This wasn't about a streaming error. This was about a husband who had pieced together enough evidence to know that his wife was cheating on him. And one of the things that pushed him over the edge was realizing she was taking their shared account, the account he was paying for, and using it while she entertained somebody else. There's something almost insulting about that level of disrespect. It's not just the cheating, it's the comfort with which some people expect to continue benefiting from your resources while betraying you behind your back. And what makes his response hit even harder is that he doesn't just accuse her emotionally. He explains why he knows. He says he can see where the account is being used, what TV it's on, and where it's happening. In other words, he's not just reacting off suspicion. He's connecting dots. The Tinder activity. The lies about where she's been going. The suspicious behavior. The location of the Netflix usage. Piece by piece, he's built a picture of what's really happening, and now she's stuck in the uncomfortable position of dealing with a man who's no longer confused. That's why the conversation gets so tense so fast. Because once a liar realizes you're no longer guessing, they lose one of their biggest weapons, plausible deniability. They can hide behind, "You're overthinking," or "You're being insecure," if the evidence is already sitting there in front of you. So instead, the conversation turns into the usual dance. Deny, dismiss, minimize, act confused, ask why you're making a big deal out of it. She claims she doesn't know what he's talking about. She tries to make it sound like he's being dramatic. But he's not in the mood for gaslighting anymore. And then he says something brutal.